Can you guys see me? All right. So today's video is going to start with me doing my checklist. So first I want to, well, I definitely have to organize the garage more. Just don't pay attention to all that. Don't pay attention to all that stuff. Definitely don't pay attention to that. But first on the list is to put this light up. This is a motion sensor light that's completely standalone. It just has its own little solar panel. We use one out in the back where we take the dogs out, and it's really awesome. And I want to put one over here so that when you walk in the garage, you have some light. And I'm going to do it a little backwards from normal because I'm going to put the motion sensor light actually in here and then put the solar panel outside because Bronte doesn't like walking in and it being really dark. Well, it's up in the corner, nice and tucked away. So right when you open the door, it should cease motion and turn on. This guy right outside should get plenty of sunlight, and it's really actually nice looking. It's nice and compact. A little crooked on the bottom, but you really don't see that. Look at that. Nice little setup there. Need to paint my door too. The bottom of it's real bad and rusted. Probably need a new door, realistically. Yeah. So that should charge up all day. Hopefully it'll be working by tonight. So a couple days ago, we did a Secret Santa in our friend group, and Cletus had me, and he got me a mini fridge for the shop. That was kind of cool. This is probably even cooler than the mini fridge. It says, warning, this property is protected by a highly trained tortoise. Dang, Henry's so tough. Don't even try coming here, you're gonna get attacked by a Henry. We should probably see where he's at, just so we know. I gave him a ton of lettuce this morning, so he's probably napping. Give him a couple tomatoes, some lettuce. Oh yeah, he is plopped out over here. He didn't even eat all of his lettuce. That's so unlike him. What's up, dude? You chilling? You got food all over your face. You look like me after spaghetti night, which is also every night, so yeah. Man, tore it up. Also, got this killer radio for Christmas. So when I go to a racetrack, I can listen to the racetrack radio because all of them, for the most part, project their announcements over the radio, so you could put this in your pit and listen to the announcements so you know when your class is coming up. Quick driveway oil change for the Tahoe. I don't think I need to jack it up or anything, so I'm just gonna slide under there, start draining it, and then put some fresh oil in there. Should be a nice simple driveway deal. I think I've done it from under the car without having to jack it up or anything. Nice and simple. It's needed it. I'm curious to see how shot this oil looks and smells and feels because it's probably a good bit overdue. Well, 6 quarts of Mobil 1 are in, along with a fresh Mobil 1 filter, just as GM intended. Well, they'd probably recommend an AC Delco filter or something like that, but Mobil 1, that's what Walmart carries. The old girl gets a little more love. The oil wasn't too bad, but it was definitely a little liquidy. So put some high mileage Mobil 1 in there. Now time to go beat on it. So I wanted to ask you guys a quick question. When is it appropriate to take down Christmas decorations? I was on team the day after Christmas, start the day of, that night. Bronte was on team, leave them up inevitably. What do you guys think? The day after Christmas acceptable to take down decorations? Tell me in the comments, please. Maybe I am just a Grinch. Also, friends of the channel, Dave and Diane, sent me a little Christmas care package. Freaking so killer. A bunch of Sawzall blades, and then a regulator for some power tools, or maybe like a nitrous setup, something like that. Very cool. Huge thanks to them. These blades will come in handy. I am very known for using blades until they are way too shot, and then I decide to put a new one in, and it's like, oh, that's what a good blade feels like. So huge thanks to them. Well, after a year of living here, I finally searched around enough to find the turn-on valve for this sink. and I knew it was just kind of open-ended down here. They must have had like a hot water heater or something right here, I would guess, because there's no hot water line, but then they have one going in, and then they have a cold water going into the hot water tank. I would imagine there was a hot water tank here. No longer here. Not that I really need a hot water tank. It kind of looks like there was a little circle right there. They had something there that produced hot water, it looks like. And now it had been cut, so it just basically sprays. And there was only really one way to find out if that valve actually even turned it on. And I wasn't gonna spend any money capping that one until I found out that that worked. Now I found out that that works, so I'm gonna cap it, and I have a working sink again. That'll be cool. Look at how gross this thing is. But it'll be a working shop sink again, so big thumbs up there. So I just have to cap that copper pipe there. And then I have a working sink, and it even already had the hand cleaner and some paper towels. Real win. And a really wet shop floor. All right, today is the day. Wore my Baltic Supra shirt just to channel some good Supra energy into working on this 2J. So I'm gonna pull the spark plugs out, I'm gonna check the cylinder bores, check all the pistons and stuff, see if there's any debris in there. Then I'm going to pull off the intercooler piping here and blow it all out. Maybe pull it out. I'm gonna also borescope that, see how that looks. Definitely have been dreading this, but I know it's gonna look okay in there. Everything past that side of the intercooler where everything went, I predict is going to look okay. But we won't know until we take it apart. So I'm gonna turn on some talk radio here and get to taking stuff apart. Oh yeah. Also, I just gotta say, I am so happy with how this corner of the shop is coming out. Like how the wall looks. There's so much cool stuff on the wall. I got freaking gauge clusters from all my cars. I got the fridge, that radio. It's well lit now. I'm so happy with how it's coming out. It's so awesome. Love this place. All right, so I got the spark plugs out. I got the charge pipes all disconnected. I blew out this one a little bit to get all the debris out the bottom. Now, time to borescope it. Oh, I even made this guy to hold the spark plugs. Just a simple little 2x4, just to kind of organize them so I know which are which for when I'm reading them later. And then this is the borescope setup. So I've used this one before. It's literally a $35 borescope that connects right to your phone. You can film, take pictures, do all that kind of good stuff. And, we're gonna go into the cylinders and see. I have this head piece for a GoPro that I've never used before, but it seems like a good time to try it because I don't have 3 arms. Hopefully you guys can see what I see. Not 100% sure. So let's see how the bore looks. I see a couple speckles on there, but I can't tell if that's not normal in a way. Doesn't look great. That one's a little higher up on the stroke. And this one's far down, so it's nice we can see the cylinder walls. Cylinder 1 was the only one that looked like it had anything on it. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Kind of looks like there's some scoring on the cylinder wall there, but nothing. Hard to really tell. It really doesn't look like anything crazy. I mean, there's some sparkle on there, but hard to really say. That might not even actually feel like anything. I mean, there's some things that look a little bigger, but it's hard to even know if that's like if you felt it with your nail, you might not even feel that. It might just be, it's wishful thinking, but we'll see. Probably not gonna worry about any of that. Just gonna pretend it's fine. Now I wanna look in the intercooler, see how that looks. It's the bottom corner. There's the other corner. I see some debris in there. Looks like some piece of my turbo there, most likely. I'm gonna turn on the intercooler pump and see if we see anything leaking. I don't see any water puddling, so that's good. It means my core should be intact. That'll do it for the borescope today. It really didn't look that bad. I think that a lot of those vertical scores are just like microscopic marks. Obviously, it's not ideal, but it's not worth pulling the motor, having it gone through, because we're already pushing this motor and I already have plans for something better. So just kind of gonna run this one until we don't, because it's not worth remachining and rebuilding this motor. Because if we do take it out, we're gonna want to do rods and pistons, gonna want to stroke it, and then it's gonna be a whole rabbit hole that we don't want to go down right now. So just gonna keep running this motor. I might as well not even have looked, because it was unlikely that I was gonna do anything about it unless it was seriously wrong, but it seemed all right. Obviously a little bit of damage, but I think a lot of you guys will realize that that's a little less extreme than it looks on the borescope. So time to clean out that intercooler. To really make myself a contraption here to vacuum out that intercooler, because I really didn't feel like taking it out, draining it, cleaning it out, and putting it back in, because that seemed really unnecessary. So I rigged up the vacuum to bottleneck into this little heater core style hose. Perfect. And I was able to suck out everything. So done deal. Everything's in the vacuum now. Going to get some new spark plugs, put some fresh ones in. It deserves it. And then clean up in here, and that'll do it. Glad I finally got to get some resolution on the whole story here and see what the damage really was. Honestly, I don't think the damage is too bad, so I'm just gonna run it. And then plan for a new motor anyways, because it's a motor that we are pushing to the ragged edge, so a backup plan is always necessary on a deal like this. But that'll do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure the comments will be full of people that are gonna tell me to pull this motor, but I really don't want to. We're gonna run this motor till it blows. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Keep it saucy. Nice day out, so you know, our boy Henry's out here on the move, eating some grass. What you doing, brother? Eating some grass. You found a good patch? That does look like a nice little patch right there. Living life. Just eating some grass, sleeping, cruising around the yard. A little jealous. Little jealous. Hey Henry, the motor in the Camaro seems okay, if you're interested. Doesn't seem too hurt. Might not be as healthy as it once was, but it's probably okay. It's fine. It's my boy. He was really concerned